So Mike's kind of busy this week, what with Kat being here. What if this is the podcast?
Welcome. You're listening to the calming sounds of the Tidepool Orchestra. Side A.
Sets, because those were a thing until like 1999 or 2000
Okay, it's recording.
when
Go on.
in the middle of a sentence. Awesome.
Yeah,
So I
tape
remember
cassettes.
I remember VCR cassettes because they were a thing until like 1999 or 2000 when DVDs first started hitting the market and became a huge thing. I think for like a second there, right before DVDs were a thing, it was VCDs, which were like super low quality movies on CDs instead of DVDs. But I barely remember tapes cassettes. Go ahead.
Quite frankly, I super want to say thank you for calling it a VCR instead of a VHS player like everybody fucking does now. Like, everybody called
Oh
it a
yeah,
VCR during the time it was out, and it played VHSs, but then because of because DVD players became so prevalent, everybody calls it a VHS player, or...
I forgot that it was a VHS or a VCR and VHS tape.
Yeah.
I think I actually mixed up my terminology. You sure?
VCR stands for video cassette recorder, which is funny because my dad, growing up, they could not afford a VCR, they could only afford a VCP, a video cassette player. It was like a VCR, but it couldn't record.
Was it like a Betamax?
No, it still had VHS tapes, because VHS is like just video home system. It still had VHS tapes, it just didn't have the ability to record on it, so it was a VHS player. Which is why I always find it really annoying now, modern day, when everybody calls a VCR a VHS player. Because that's not what it is. A VHS player would
It's a
be
VCR.
a VCP.
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of my experience with older game systems and older technology involves hooking it up to a VCR and then hooking the VCR up to the TV and trying to figure out the inputs that would actually appear on the TV.
I used to have a setup. I don't have the old video files, but I used to have 3 televisions in my room that I would connect through one of those old coaxial 3-to-1 cords, which you were supposed to use to like connect 3 different video game consoles to one television, so that you could just, whatever you turn on, the TV would read that information. But if you flip it the other way, then whatever you turn on goes to 3 different television sets.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you flip it the other way and it splits the image, as opposed to basically being a switch, like an RCA switch to a
Right.
television.
And I would have one television set in black and white,
Sorry.
I would have one in black and white, one in color, and then one with color and subtitles. That way I could...
Wow.
Yeah, so I had 2 of them mute at any given time, and I could turn one on or off. And basically what I did when I was like a teenager was I studied how subtitles worked. You know the show Heroes?
Yes.
Heroes is very unique among television shows because the subtitles, they would actually put the closed captioning next to whoever's talking to make it more comic book like.
Oh.
Yeah. And I have sorry.
Did they do the subtitles in Comic Sans?
No, they did it in regular. The only show that I know of that did any different colors or anything or different fonts for subtitles was Wizard of Oz would make the Wicked Witch of the East or whatever, Wicked Witch of the West, speak in green, whereas everybody else spoke in white on black, and she spoke in green on black. Yeah. But Heroes was unique because it would place the text next to whoever was speaking the text. Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. I always watch my shows with subtitles on. I don't know why. Not like I'm a weeaboo that just watches anime.
Subs, not dubs. And it's like, but you're watching Butterfly Effect.
But it could be the fact that, I don't know, I have poor hearing, probably because I listened to my music too loud in middle school and high school. But
Yeah, but
I
Nine Inch
always liked
Nails is
having the
great.
subtitle thing. Oh yeah, Nine Inch Nails is great. It's yeah, when you turn your headphones up to maximum volume and just listen to that for several years on the way to school and on the way home from school, it has its toll on your hearing.
Yeah, what I did on the school bus trips is I just had a Nintendo DS. It was the first video game console I had, and I played Wario Land 4 for the Game Boy on it.
Let me get this straight. Your first video game
Uh-huh.
console was a Nintendo DS?
Technically, my first video game console was. Me and my little brother growing up, we had a PlayStation 1 and an Xbox, but I was more into reading. The first video game console that I bought for myself was a Nintendo DS, and yeah, I know what you're saying, video game console, and you got a handheld. It was $120, man. I didn't have money.
No, $120 is a
What's
lot. I
up,
was just
Epic
surprised
Gamers?
that would be your first exposure to video games was a Nintendo DS. Because I mean, that was like, what was it, 2003, 2004 when it came out?
2004. Hey Zia, how's it going?
It's great.
Cool. I'm recording this, by the way.
Dang it. The one time.
The one time you speak, yeah, I'm recording it. Oh no, what if it goes on the podcast today? What? What?
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah.
What?
Today's that day. Today's the day of recording.
Oh man. What's the general mute chat say? I'm so drunk. I have been silenced. No,
You've
Zia.
been silent.
No, Zia, it's fine. This isn't going on the podcast today.
I'm surprised you can still read.
Surprised I didn't even get glasses until I was like 26, even though I've needed them my whole life. And I told my dad repeatedly that, hey, so I took a vision test at my school and it turns out I have 20/40 vision. And he's like, how do you remember that? You can't even remember to get good grades. So anyway.
I have 20/20 vision because I'm epic.
That's great. That's good.
I was re-listening to the episode where you had said something along the lines of, the problem with incest is letting your family come first. The family always comes first.
Family always. You have to make sure family always comes first. That's important.
That was the joke, and that I didn't even catch that at the time. I was probably so ripped. I was just listening to it probably maybe a week ago. I was just like, oh my god.
This sounds like propaganda against my state.
Yeah, it's pretty anti-Alabama. No, it's pro-Alabama. What am I talking about? Noah's drinking too.
Yeah, that's right. Papa Noah's, or Uncle Noah's getting drunk.
I can't believe my little brother is having a kid. It's fucking weird. What if I'm too drunk to make an episode tonight? Oh no.
He's having a kid?
Yeah, Zach. Yeah. He got married a few years back and now they're having a kid together. He says if it's a daughter, it's going to be named, she is going don't call the child it, Brian.
Yeah.
He says if their baby is a girl, that she will be named Rosalina Bell after his after his favorite Mario and her favorite Disney. Right. Okay, hang on. Bad name, obviously. However, one of his favorite movies growing up was A Troll in Central Park, and I just know he's going to have his daughter watch it with him. And the little baby girl in that movie is named Rosie. So, like, that's convenient.
Yeah, that is very convenient.
He's just going to call her little Rosalina. He's just going to call her Rosie. So that's good.
Hey, you guys saw the rabbit that's been hanging around my house. I posted pictures of eating the carrot that I gave to it.
Fucking Noah Fudd. Got it. Anyway.
That rabbit's been hanging around my house for a while, like probably close to a year, ever since I bought this place. I've been trying to figure out a name for it because I think I kind of own it now. Like, not really, but I think I kind of. So I was trying to come up with a name. I was thinking Roger Rabbit, like Roger, and then turns out we already named a raccoon-shaped pillow Roger because Roger Raccoon. So I was trying to come up with
Wait,
another
I'm
name.
going to Google that. What is Roger Raccoon?
Name the bunny Playboy. Name the bunny
It's,
Playboy. Name the bunny Playboy.
I'm not naming the bunny Playboy.
Roger
Brian.
Raccoon?
Roger Raccoon's not actually a thing. It's just the name we came up with, the raccoon-shaped pillow we have.
Are you sure? Because I got a lot of Google researches results.
Is it Sonic fan art?
No, but if I type the hedgehog, it sure would be.
So, do you know of any names from like Watership Down or any like important story like that?
Or you could just name it Playboy.
I'm not going to name my bunny Playboy, thank you.
You know, I haven't seen Watership Down all the way through. I was trying to watch it with my little brother, and then I told him what it was about, and he said no.
Yeah, like I want to watch
flaw.
Watership Down, but my wife would probably nope the hell out of there too.
It sounds like
it's very, very sad.
the chief was named Woundwort.
Woundwort?
Yeah.
I could do that. I could do Fiver. I think Fiver's one of the main characters, right?
The Athuna gang? The Athunanen. Groundsel. Thistle. Thistle is a good one. Campion?
Campion?
Vithral.
You mean champion?
No.
Or is it a hard C?
No, there's no H. It's Campion. I'm recording this, by the way, so yeah, there's no H. It's Campion, a senior captain of the Ausla. There's Blackever. There's Vervain, Sherville, Avens. Avens is a good one. Ooh, Bartsha. These are all terrible names. Mallow. Name it Mallow.
Mallow, like Marshmallow?
Mallow is a character in Watership Down, but is also the Cloud character in Mario RPG, so now you have an out. You could say it's either or.
I forgot that he was supposed to be a cloud. His
he's a frog.
Tidepool.
Yeah, Mallow isn't a cloud. What was I saying? I'm too drunk. I'm sorry. Mallow is a tadpole.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't really. His grandpa Toad reveals to him that he's not actually a frog. He's something else. I think he was left there as a baby, kind of like Moses floated down the river or whatever.
Yeah,
I never played Mario RPG.
Hi, Chris. There's a lot of religious elements inside of Mario RPGs, like all of them, honestly. I've been doing.
I thought it was really weird. I thought it was really weird when they nailed Mario up to that cross and left him in the desert for 3 days.
Yeah, it is weird, but I mean, luckily he had that one-up mushroom. So anyway, the thing about Mario RPGs, I did a Superstar Saga on the channel, and that had Geno in it. But right before Geno appeared, you quit, and then like I had to explain awkwardly, hey, so Geno's in this, and the entire reason I was playing it is because Noah really likes Mario RPG and said that Geno is only in one game. Anyway, now I'm doing Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door, specifically because it's like a sequel of sorts to Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Like, Chicola Cola is referenced a lot, and that was in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga at first.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea. Blue lights. I love blue lights, right, Dragon?
So, who here plays Magic?
I have played Magic.
I'm raising my hand. It was being covered by the OBS, but I pulled up my OBS to make sure that my hand was raised. I have Magic cards. I don't use them very often, and I was honestly thinking about throwing them away. Asley is like crying in the background. That's cool. She's having fun.
Brian, don't throw them away. We can play in person.
Oh shit, that's right. I should bring.
I had a really fun poison deck for a long time.
That's cool.
Poison, not infect, just poison, like old school poison.
No, I mean infect. Like I always.
Infect, okay.
I got this magic toolkit. So it came with like hundreds of random cards, and I built 2 decks out of that.
I usually go on the database, Gatherer, and I just look up cards that would work with each other. Like I've got a cycling deck that reduces all cycling costs by 2.
I have a blue-red and a green-black.
Blue-red's really fun.
Green-black works really well together.
Yeah,
a lot of sacrificing creatures and resurrecting them. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I built these like months back. I've never used them. I assume they're good.
It'd be fun to test them out.
Yeah, I'll bring them down.
Blue and black works really well together for the same reason.
Yeah, I noticed that red is more offensive and blue is more defensive, so I feel like they should balance each other out. Blue is definitely more using like spells and enchantments, whereas red seems more full force.
Blue-red Blue-red is typically a lot of spell work. Yeah. Red will cover a lot of direct damage spells. Blue will do a lot of bouncing and counter magic. So, I mean, a blue-red deck is pretty much going to be mostly instants and sorceries. You sometimes got some creatures in there that maybe do direct damage or something like that, but that's mostly what blue-red is instants and sorceries.
So, Mike's kind of busy this week, what with Kat being here. What if this is the podcast?
What? Oh no!
I like it.
Did we ever do hello and welcome?
Hello and welcome to the Tidepool Orchestra. I am drinking.
I'm doing a little bit of light drinking as well.
I drank an entire bottle of rum today. That's cool.
It's only one bottle.
Only one bottle of rum. It's only 35%. It's fine. It's only 750 milliliters. I don't know what that is in America.
I used to go
half liter.
The
1 liter.
3/4 liter. 3/4 liter.
3/4 liter.
What's the most you've ever seen me drinking tonight? What, 2/5?
It's a wine bottle.
You've been 5 years sober. 30 shots?
Yeah, I used to drink a lot. Like, I used to drink until I passed out. Like, on a pretty consistent basis. Like, the most I ever drank in a night was I drank over a gallon of alcohol.
How do you...
How is your liver still in your body and not in a pickle?
Well, see, the thing is, that's why I quit drinking, is because I almost died. Like, I got alcohol poisoning and was bedridden for like a week.
It's not good. It's not good, Chris.
Yeah, didn't like it. It wasn't fun.
Also, I think this is the first... I'm going to try to get Patrick on this call. I know he's still up. It's only like 7.
Yeah, I don't think this is the actual podcast, is it, Brian?
Not for this week, no. Don't spoil anything.
You know who Noah kind of sounds like to me?
Noah sounds like Noah to me. I've known him since like middle school.
What's up?
The way Noah sounds kind of reminds me of the way Alex sounds.
Thank you.
But I'm not really a sound judge of sound.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Okay, I've basically invited everybody to be in the podcast if they want to.
Because Mike's out.
So basically what's happening this week, and this is probably going up next week, so what, March 8th?
I want coffee. I want coffee.
Is Kat's been visiting, and they've been hanging out and going out to dinner and everything. Plus, Mike's been sleeping on Shemek's floor, so I don't want to like impose on anything that's going on there.
Mike's been sleeping on the floor?
Yeah, for a while. He's either been sleeping on the floor or on a couch of the guy at Bangineer on here, which good on Bangineer, honestly, for like letting Mike sleep there. But
yeah, I've honestly never worked with anyone that I would let live with me.
I have. I don't like it. Actually, my current job, I had somebody who was basically homeless living in a school bus. Really weird. School bus broke down and he ended up staying with me for like 2 weeks, and it was one of the lowest points of my life because I was also working 2 jobs at the time.
Oh,
that's a pretty full schedule, pretty stressful.
Yeah, I had about 45 minutes a day to myself. It was one of the worst moments of my life.
Ashley, do you want to say hey to Brian?
Yeah. Brian, hey.
Hi. Hi, Ashley.
What you got in your pocket?
What? In my pocket? My pockets are empty.
Car keys, I guess.
Oh, my car keys are on a carabiner clip, and I put them on my belt loop. I had my phone in my pocket, Ashley.
I have a rainbow egg. A rainbow coin.
You have a rainbow coin? Are you saying
Yeah.
rainbow coin or microwave? Do you have a
Rainbow
microwave
coin.
in your pocket? A microwave? Rainbow corn.
Rainbow coin. Yeah.
Rainbow, like in Adventure Time?
Rainbow corns. It's they're little stuffed animals, and they've all got unicorn horns.
Oh, like okay.
So, like, you know what a surprisable is, or a hatchimal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you hatch the egg. It's kind of like that. It comes in a little egg, and it's a surprise. You don't know which one you're getting,
Yeah. I know all about those.
and they're all glittery. And
Yeah.
my whole room's gonna be covered in glitter for the rest of eternity.
Yeah. I'm a toy collector myself, so that doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me that you know all about those either, Brian.
Oh man,
Considering your avatar's a Care Bear.
my avatar is a Care Bear. People can see that, right? Let me click on the.
I did notice it's changed a couple times this week, though. It was like a different Care Bear at one point.
No, it's always been Grumpy Bear, and it always will be Grumpy Bear. But the thing is, like, every now and then I change it to a different Grumpy Bear picture if people are changing their avatars. Like Patrick is using currently a Lilo and Stitch icon, and I changed mine to a. He changed his to an angry Stitch, and I changed mine to an angry Grumpy Bear. But I was at work at the time, so I didn't have my regular Grumpy Bear one. Ooh,
So here's my question.
We're almost home, baby.
Here's my question.
Uh-huh.
Should I keep the Working Joe avatar, or should I change
Oh.
it back to my drunken face back in like 2012 or 2011?
Every time that I talk to Patrick, he says, "What is Noah's avatar?" and he gets really angry and upset. So
It's from Alien Isolation. It's one of the androids aboard the ship that tries to hunt you down and kill you. That's what the whole thing is of how can I help you if I can't find you? That's what they say when they're looking for you.
who was it that I talked to that hates salad fingers so much?
Wait,
I
there's
don't
people
know.
that hate salad fingers?
Somebody I know hates salad fingers and refuses to talk about it ever. I don't
No idea. It bothers the shit out of me, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I found out about salad fingers probably when I was in 8th grade, and my older brother showed it to me. I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And it got on. It like stuck in the back of my mind, but it was interesting.
That was 14 years ago.
Yep, it was.
Jesus.
We're
Hey,
old.
Noah.
Yeah.
You ever heard a grown man sound like Mickey Mouse?
Don't.
No, not really.
Brian doesn't want me to do it.
It's because I'm so used to Chaos Pony, where all Chris did in that one, Christopher Alex, all he did is make Mickey Mouse noises. So now I'm like, we're doing our own thing, and you, another Chris, is doing the same thing. Gigabeetle is even saying, like, every podcast has a Chris, and every podcast with a Chris does that.
I'm cool with it.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad trope, I'm just saying it's a trope.
Yeah.
That every podcast has a Chris, and every Chris in a podcast does a Mickey Mouse impression. He even tried to challenge me to name a single podcast without a Chris, and I was going to say Tidepool Orchestra, and then I remembered episode 27.
Wizard and the Bruiser.
Wizard and the Bruiser.
You never heard Wizard and the Bruiser?
No, but I'm going to because I have an 8-hour trip, so thank you.
They're a video game podcast, and they're great.
So the reason we're recording this a week early is because I'm going to be in California next week. So that's cool. I'll bring down my magic cards, Noah, and you and I can like film together. We can film an entire magic game, maybe. Maybe.
Okay.
I want to take a trip to California.
But you live on a flyover state.
Yes, if I go to California, it's going to involve a trip in an airplane.
A trip to an airplane. Also a trip on an airplane.
Yep.
Brian,
That's how that works.
Yep.
Which states are not flyover states?
The ones on the coasts. Everything in the middle of the country is a flyover state. The ones on the
Brian,
coast...
you know that Georgia is on the coast, right?
Georgia doesn't count.
Alabama is not a flyover state because it's not in the middle of the country, it's on the border.
Alabama is a flyover state because everybody in there is terrible and doesn't count as a person.
Oof. Shots
Oof.
fired.
I like how she's not even defending that.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Hey, my nephew lives in Alabama, and I think he counts as a person.
No, I've been calling Georgia a flyover state since like 2012.
I'm not saying
You're not saying what?
I'm not saying that you're wrong, but that was harsh.
So, like, what percentage of people in Alabama do you think are actually sleeping with their cousins?
What's a nice way to say all of them? Are actually
Oh.
what? What percentage of Alabama do you think is over the age of consent? Because I'm going to say
Asking for a friend.
Asking.
I'm going to say it at least 80%, because isn't the age of consent there like 14?
It's a different country.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's how people work. I imagine the age of consent over there is 17. Because I feel like
in Georgia it's 16.
But also people here have a lot of kids. I know they have like 14 that don't understand what condoms are.
Yeah, young people are just like snorting up their nose instead of actually putting them on our penises like they're supposed to.
That's actually a thing, and that's disturbing.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Zia, what did you type and then delete? Zia, just retype it. I'm recording all of this on video. I'm just going to like screen cap that single frame where that was up and just post that. I'm just going to have it on screen right now. Right here where my finger is. Unless you type it again.
He's actually doing it. He's madman.
I know, I'm a madman. I'm recording right now. Question mark, question mark, question mark? Really? We're going to play that game? Alright, 2 weeks from the point where I'm recording this. No, 2 weeks from the point where I'm recording this. Right there, on top of my finger. That's where it is. That's what you said. Unless you want to not be a jerk. Just, stick with what you said.
Brian's gone mad with power.
I've gone mad with power. Okay, Alabamians have multiple? Okay, thank you, Zia.
Oh, shit.
I like how Zia didn't call my bluff because I totally was not going to do that. That would have been too much work. Oh man, Zia, you're going to be so upset when you see the podcast is going up March 1st because, like, oh man, you're going to see exactly how much effort I put into not showing what the questions are.
Did we do questions already?
Did we do questions already? No, I guess we should do questions, yeah? How long has this been? This has been a half hour. I'm cutting this down. This is shit. I'm going to hit stop and I'm going to hit start recording and we're going to do the questions on side B.
And welcome.
You know where to start off?
And welcome.
End of side A. Please continue on side B.